Yo, what is up guys? Welcome to another Wild Rift video. So a few days ago I made this video, the real reason Wild Rift is dying, and today I'm gonna be making a follow-up video because we actually do have updates. They did bring some changes, so I'm gonna be talking about the changes, and I'm also gonna be talking about the reason that I made this video, the reason that I chose this title, and I'm gonna talk about a lot of things that you really have to know. Excuse my setup, by the way, my camera is over there, but I haven't set up my PC properly. That's why you see me looking down right now. So excuse my setup, it's just for this video. So the real reason Wild Rift is dying. You all probably saw this video already, and let me just tell you guys, besides the fact that the video has like 300 dislikes, which is the most dislikes that my channel has ever gotten on a single video, and besides some of the backlash that this video got, the video completed its objective. The video did exactly what I wanted it to do. So let me explain. First, let me explain why the title, the real reason Wild Rift is dying. Basically, I wanted to grab as much attention as possible to the video as I can. I mean, you could say that I would do this for every video, you know, I want as much attention, blah, 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 but no. This was a bit of clickbait, and let me tell you why. So I'm gonna show you another thing real quick. I made countless tweets. Here, look at this. Hate to say it, but Wild Rift devs are one of the worst devs I've seen. I've talked about the issues, like this was a real mad tweet. The tweet got a lot of interactions, and not only me. A lot of other people talked about the issues. A lot of other content creators, everyone talked about the issues in their videos, on social media, things like that. But it got zero response. So this caused an outrage on me. I was like, okay. I was like basically sitting on a table and thinking by myself, how do I really get a response? How can I really make a change? So I decided that even though I knew that this was gonna get backlash, I had to make a title like this and a thumbnail like this. And ultimately, that's what led to the reaction from the Wild Rift devs. Because as you can see, Draggles, which is a Wild Rift dev, HellsDevil, appreciate the video, man. Thanks for surfacing all this. No one has ever thanked or talked about any of this up until my video. And as you can see, like this was really what it took. This was really what I had to do. This is what it takes to cause a change, to get a response from the devs, right? So like I'm telling you guys, I'm very happy with the outcome, but I'm also perhaps a bit disappointed with myself because as I said, it's like Wild Rift is not dying, but I still talked about that it was dying, and I kind of regret doing that because I do not stand for, you know, clickbait and blah blah blah. But the thing is, that's what worked. That's the problem. I'm so sorry guys, because you know there's a lot of people that were like, yeah, HellsDevil is just a crybaby, blah blah blah. And I respect all those comments. Like I get it. I respect everyone that said things like, yeah, he's just complaining, blah blah blah. Yeah, you know, I get it. I don't expect positive responses from everyone, and I respect that everyone shares his opinion. This is very important. Like I actually really love that people shared their negative opinions on the video as well, because it allowed me to better myself as well. And another thing that I really want to talk about that I really don't like that I did, and that I will better myself in, and that I have bettered myself in, is this. So take a look at this tweet. There has been a wave of Wild Rift devs don't care comments recently, and it's honestly heartbreaking to see that sentiment. I don't think I've ever worked harder or cared more about a product than I do for Wild Rift, and it's true for our whole team. 1 out of 7. So she basically talks about that, you know, things are harder than they seem, and people don't know what's going on behind the scenes, and you know, I get it. So I obviously replied to this tweet because, you know, it's basically because of my video. Well, I mean, people are always toxic, but I was also toxic in my video, which didn't set up a good example for my viewers. Like I really underestimated how much impact I can really have on what the community does. So I really sincerely apologize for, you know, saying all the bad things about Wild Rift devs, even though I was really mad at them and they didn't listen and things like that. Listen as in communicate. I do not feel entitled that anyone needs to listen to me personally. I just made that video to call out the issues. You know, you have to understand, I do not feel entitled to anything. So here I actually replied with here. Reading this gave me mixed feelings and opinions. I regret saying devs don't care. To me, it seems like there's zero communication. That's why we think the devs don't care. And then obviously some issues are harder to solve. I also did more apologies to some others because some other devs also talked about it. And if I can find it here, I do not think I'll be able to find it. But basically more devs talked about, you know, what a lot of people are saying, well, the devs don't care, blah, blah, blah. I just basically one by one talked about them, about why I said it, because I take responsibility for it because they posted it after my video. So that means that after my video, a lot of people said things like that, but it's not true. The devs do care, and now they're doing better. They're doing way better because they are actually communicating now. So that brings me to this. First of all, I want to show you guys what Maddie posted, which I really liked. So I'm quickly going to bring it here. Where is it? Here, this post. Quick question for Wild Rift players. Do you use the practice tool? If yes, why? And what would you like to see updated? If not, why not? Where do you practice new champs? This is what I really like. So this is not really talking about issues and things like that, but this is basically like communicating what the dev is working on. Like you can see that she's working on the practice tool here, and she's asking the community what we would like. Of course, I replied with my best things. You know, I want to be able to shop everywhere, teleport to target location, blah, blah, blah. Basically, the point is the communication really just, this is amazing. This is amazing. So now I want to see communication on the issues as well, and not only me, the whole community. Basically, when is win trading gonna get fixed? When is the trolling gonna get fixed? When are the phone heating up issues gonna get fixed? All these things. So now that brings me to the next point. Boom, boom, boom. We got what we asked for. This is the whole point of my video that I made. You know, this video. This was exactly what I wanted and what everyone else wanted, right? An update regarding the issues, communication regarding the issues. So here basically they talk about, they're talking about the current development focus for the team. Read on our updates around matchmaking fairness, lag and ping spikes, win trading, and more things to do in Wild Rift. Basically, this is a whole article about the issues in Wild Rift. Exactly what I talked about. So here I want to read something for you real quick. Hey folks, Mirrors here. It's been a while since our last real talk and we wanted to give some updates. Can you guys read it by the way? Oh wait, let me just put it up real quick. Yeah, here, there's this text. So hey, it's been a while since our last real talk and we wanted to give some updates on some of the development areas that you've been asking us about recently. Thank you to all of you who made your voice heard and for sending in your feedback and your personal experiences playing Wild Rift. If I could edit mission completed in my video right now here, I would do it. Mission completed. This is what we need. This is like, I'm so happy that they actually responded to it and they actually changed and they actually did something good. Like, as I said, I do have regrets on making this video. Some regrets, as I said, saying that the devs don't care, and perhaps about the title. Like if I had used a different title and a different thumbnail, the video wouldn't have gotten a lot of attention and potentially it wouldn't have actually got something out of it, because when I made this video, everyone replied to it. All the content creators, they made a reply video to it talking about what they think. It basically caused the whole community to outrage, right? And I'm really happy that the community all stood together and we got change. We all did our thing and we all got change. So here they talk about the issues. So you can read it yourself. You can just go to the Wild Rift page. But I'm going to quickly talk about these points. And I'm going to show you real quick what it is. Boom. So here I wrote down the most important things. And I'm going to be talking to you. And I'm going to update you on what they're going to be doing about these points. So based on the article, the first point is win trading. Obviously, a minority of players have to deal with this because this is only at the top of the top, right? The challenger ranks. They will fix this. So even though it took way too long to be honest, because this was pretty game breaking for the top challenger players, they will be fixing this. They're going to be they're going to be giving a 7-day ban first on the accounts. They're going to remove all the ranked trophies and everything like that. And after the 7-day ban, which is a warning, they're going to permanently ban any accounts that do match fixing, win trading, things like that. So that should resolve the win trading issue. So win trading, boom, gone. win trading issue has been fixed and should be fixed in the future, like very soon, right? So the next issue is high elo, long queue. So you may notice if you reach challenger, or if you're like master, even diamond, with a high MMR, you know, if you win a lot of matches, things like that, you're not gonna be able to find matches. Like, it's gonna take ages to find matches. And especially the top challenger players, If you have a high win rate in top challenger, like all the pro players that play Wildrift right now, the best example is Leon. You can watch his streams on Twitch. He cannot find matches on his main account unless he plays duo queue with someone with a really low MMR. So they are working on this. They are working on the queues, and they're making it like faster. So I'm gonna show you real quick. You can see here, where is it? We'll be making adjustments to the high MMR matches to significantly reduce queue times. So they're working on it. They're working on the way that the matchmaking works, and they're gonna be making it better for the high elo matches. So here you can also see that they're also working on the imbalanced matchmaking, which I talked about as well. Like, it felt like matchmaking was perhaps a bit imbalanced, because it really felt like if you win a lot of matches in solo queue, that you would get like really bad players to compensate. I don't know if that's true, but it basically didn't feel good. And this is not really a thing, like, this is obviously a thing that almost every game has, but I still called it out. And you know, they understand that this is also an issue, and they're letting us know the communication that they're working on it. And this gives us peace of mind, right? We know that they're working on it. We know that these issues are not just being neglected, and just this is so amazing to see from WildRift. Really, like, I'm so happy with everything they did. So the next thing is, yeah, this is basically all about making the matches better and fairer, and you know, this is good. So here they talk about the win trading, which I've already addressed, but let's go to the next point real quick. Okay, so this should be fixed as well. Now let's talk about this issue. Phones heating up. I did not hear anything about this issue, and I'm kind of disappointed. Well, not really disappointed, because they did an amazing job talking about everything. And obviously they cannot fix everything at the same time, right? But I do really want to get an update on this, because personally, I have a high-end phone. I have a 2020 Samsung Galaxy S20 Fan Edition with a 5G with a Snapdragon. So that shouldn't lag when you play WildRift. I play on the lowest graphics, because a lot of people told me, yeah, just lower your graphics. I play on the lowest graphics on 60 frames per second, and my phone heats up to 45 degrees. Which is super hot, causing massive frame drops. And like, not a lot of people have this issue, but quite a few. Like, I would say maybe a minority, 1, 2, or 3% of the players have this issue, but it is still 1, 2, or 3%. Why did they not update us on this issue? And this is a thing that I do kind of feel entitled to receiving a response. And not because I'm a content creator, but because I'm a player. As a WildRift player, I do feel entitled to receive a response on why my device is having a lot of issues with the game. I used to play WildRift for a lot of hours every day, like 6-7 hours a day, because I really enjoyed it. But right now, since a few months, I'm only playing WildRift for like 2 or 3 hours a day, which is like half of the time. And that's 100% because of the heating up issue. I play for an hour or so, or 2 maybe, and then I have to take a break because my phone heats up so much that I just cannot play games anymore. I cannot play WildRift anymore. So unfortunately, this issue has not been addressed yet, and it has not been communicated yet, and not even brought up yet. So yeah, we want to hear about this too, please. And the next one is trolling and AFK, you know, where people troll a lot, they just go AFK, they don't get punished, you don't get ELO refund. Riot did talk about this a little bit, it's not too much, but they basically said they're gonna be looking for a better punishing system. And let me just show you real quick. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about, so you know that I'm not just talking nonsense here. So under the win trading part, here, we're focused on making penalties for these behaviors faster. Yeah, so for the win trading. And here also, additionally, we're going to invest more in penalizing intentional feeding and other forms of intentional losing, which impacts more players than the more coordinated win trading efforts. So this means that they're going to be spending more time and more effort to actually punish the players that are ruining the games. Now, what I can take out of this is basically that they're probably going to be hiring more people to focus on this issue, or like spend more hours a day on this issue, basically banning people for like a few days or something like that. And this is just so people actually report, because right now I feel like a lot of people just don't even report anymore because they feel like it doesn't do anything. So this change and this communication is really, really nice, because now people are going to have more peace of mind when they actually report people, because they know that they have a bigger chance to have success with the report, right? However, there is one more thing that there is one more thing, which is basically AFKing. So if a teammate of yours just AFKs, I feel like a lot of people agree with this, because I read the comments and I saw that people agreed on some points and didn't agree on some other points. So when someone in your team goes AFK, I feel like the elos should be refunded to his teammates. Like if I play a solo queue match and one of my teammates just goes AFK, I feel like people should either get like a full refund or like a partly refund of elo. This is just to not make them extremely tilted, because you guys know how annoying it is when you've try-harded super hard in a 30-minute match to get your elo, just to FF the next match at 5 minutes because one of your teammates went AFK. Because he died level 1 time in his lane and he just goes AFK. Like, that's the most frustrating thing ever. So if they actually refund some of the elo, the frustrations go away. But you know, I feel like they are going to be communicating about that one as well, because this is all really nice. So the trolling is probably not going to go away, but I'm still going to take it away from my list, because they did communicate about it. They did say that they're working on it, and they did say that they're addressing the issue. So now we get to the next part, VPN matches and the 999 MS lag. So let me just tell you real quick. They didn't say anything about the VPN matches. However, I genuinely believe that they're working really hard on that issue, because they did mention it a few times, just a few times, but not in the big page. But I really feel like they're working on it on the VPN matches. And this one also has to do with the India release, because if India doesn't get released, the Indian players are obviously going to use a VPN to play. It makes sense, right? But we'll get to that point later. So we didn't really hear anything about the VPN matches, and they really should communicate about this, because this is a thing that's very annoying in the game. Very, very, very annoying. So, you know, we just have to wait for the communication. So next point is 999 MS lag. So there was a point where there was like 999 MS for no reason, even if your Wi-Fi was good, and you can see lag and ping spikes. So this is also addressed in the article. One of our biggest focuses at the moment is to address the lag and the 999 ping issue many of you see frequently in your games. This is our #1 priority as a team, as we know how frustrating it is to be hit by these in the middle of a team fight. We recently, blah blah blah, they introduced the 4G Wi-Fi connection, and we're still digging into more ways to adjust and optimize the game. So yeah, they're just working on adjusting and optimizing the game, which is ultimately gonna remove these issues. So the game is still in early development, and here they're letting us know that they are working on it. And this, you know, amazing. So the 999 MS, they are working on it, so this can be taken off the list as well. Next up, India release. And guys, I really wanted to get an answer on this. I really wanted to get an answer on this, but I couldn't. So let me tell you one thing, however. I couldn't find it, but a few weeks ago, or I don't know, it was maybe like 2 weeks ago. This is for you people that may not know it yet. They made a tweet, Riot Games made a tweet saying that they're looking for like a big manager for the India region. So basically a big manager to do the project, the WildRift project in India. So they're working on it. They're working on it. A few weeks ago, they tweeted out that they're looking for a big manager that is supposed to be like the big boss in the India region for WildRift. So we know that they're working on it. And but there's no further updates. So I feel like it still might take some time, but they're working on it. But yeah, I feel like we need a bit more communication on this as well. Even there's political issues with it and blah blah blah. But still, I feel like we still need some sort of communication with it, because it's getting really frustrating for the Indian players, and I really want to speak out for them too, because you know they're players as well, right? And a lot of people are not talking about the Indian players because all they're saying is like, yeah, there's political issues, blah blah blah. But I still want to raise up the issue. I still want to make sure that their voices are heard as well. Indians want the game, and it's not only that they want the game, they want to know when they can potentially play the game. Like when Europe was not released yet, we had a release date. And even though Riot probably doesn't know when a release date is for India, they could still give an indication, like maybe, yeah, in between 2 or 4 months, then the game is going to come out. For example, right? I'm just trying to give an example. Or they could say, for example, that it might take longer than 3 months. Just give something. Give something, even though it's very vague. Just say something about when the game could possibly be released in India. And next point is unfair matches. I actually already talked about this. They're working on making the matches fairer, right? They're just basically optimizing the MMR system, the matchmaking system. So you should be seeing some changes in the new patch 2.4 and 2.5, which will lead to better matchmaking. So these are the points that I wanted to talk about, and I quickly want to go back to my video and talk about a few more points, which is yet again, I want to apologize for saying the devs don't care and the other bad things about the devs. I was just really mad. And the reason for that was just because there was no communication at all. So I got to a breaking point where I just, I just couldn't stop myself anymore. And I do not want to filter myself in my YouTube videos. I want to be my honest self and say what I feel. And that was what I was feeling at that point. And right now, this is what I'm feeling right now. It's not like, you know what, it's not like WildRift is holding me at gunpoint to say positive things. This is genuinely a positive video about WildRift because I feel like this is real good development. This is real amazing. They actually listened to the community, which is a really good sign to see. And they're implementing changes. They literally changed. They're bettering themselves. They're spending their own time to communicate on Twitter. This is not their work time. This is their own time. They're spending their own time, maybe on their way to home in the bus, to make the tweets. And yeah, they're just spending extra time to do things like this, which I find really nice. And yeah, I think that was it for the video. That was it for me. Just unedited video talking about everything that I wanted to talk about this video. So again, you know, even though this video, it got a lot of positive reactions, 325 dislikes, and I read a lot of the comments and I read a lot of the Reddit posts and things like that. I saw the negative posts as well. And, you know, I respect you, I get you, and I apologize for the things that I did wrong. But ultimately what I want to say is mission complete. So let me check this real quick. Thank you guys very much for watching. Thank you guys so much for the well, not really supporting me on the video. It's just like, thank you so much for standing together and really bringing up the issues to the WildRift devs and forcing a response. I'm so happy and so proud of everyone in this community, the content creators, the players, the devs, just everything. It's just such an amazing atmosphere. I apologize for, you know, maybe misleading you with that video. I really apologize for that because I didn't mean to do that. I just wanted to catch a lot of attention. And I know I apologized like 3 times already or 4 times, but really, you have to understand the reason for it. And that's ultimately what led to success of the video. So enough about that. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like, comment, blah, blah, blah. I didn't even ask that for that in the video, but it doesn't matter. I will see you all in the next WildRift video. Bye-bye.